Alright, so next thing I would like to go over is this Redcamp stove. I gotta admit, I was a little bit skeptical of it at first, but you've seen me use it over the last 2.5 days, 3 days, and this thing has been phenomenal. So is my flame. Yep. Started to say flame. It's my cook stove. So actually, I was trying to find the canisters that have the propane, and it's like a mix, but it's the wide ones. And this actually, I bought an adapter because I went to 3 Walmart stores and nobody has it's a propane and something else mix. Anyhow, I ended up getting those propane cans over there because that's all I could find going to 3 Walmart stores. But I do have the adapter here, so I'm going to try that out before I leave to make sure it works. So it should. But like I said, I'm going to try that out, so I'll just put this back here for now and leave that because I'm going to try it out. Fire striker. The camping stove. So I'm going to try to do this like professionals do. I'll try to record this using the stand so I can use both my hands, but I'm going to see, number one, I got this Lixada adapter to go from those gas canisters that I have no idea what the hell they're called to propane can. I was going to buy the gas canisters, but I couldn't find any, so I'm just going to use the adapter. But I kind of wanted to have this anyway just in case that situation came up, and it did. So let me put this down, and then I'm going to go ahead and not really do an unboxing. I don't do those, but let's just see if it works. All right, got my stand set up, got my phone recording, so let's see if I can do this like professionals do. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, this is brand new. Comes just like this, got it off Amazon. So I wanted to get this one that doesn't attach directly to the can so that I had some flexibility with the type of propane canister I was going to use, which is exactly what happened. Alright, so here's the adapter flange, and looks to me like this screws right on into here. And I don't know if you're like me, but I hate reading instructions, so I'm going to assume that this is to control the flow. And I got that on there nice and tight now. Take my bottle of propane. Come on. Alright. And so that turns, so I'm going to have to just screw this on here. Look at that. It all fit together. Alright. So that's all set. Propane bottle is over here. Camp stove over here. And let's open this thing up. I can smell the gas, so apparently that part's working. Alright, and this does have a flame. It's got a start button. You can try to. I always get so hung up on trying to like call everything the right thing. I don't know. A start button, okay? That's what it is. Alright, so this will go right here, and let's turn on the gas. Oh yeah, look at that. That's gonna work just fine. Ooh, that's putting out some good heat too. See it? Let's scoot it back here. Alright, so that's just barely on right there, and that thing's putting out some serious heat. And then, oh yeah, that's gonna do great. And it is a dual burner. It's got an outside ring and an inside ring, so yeah, that's perfect. All right, I'm gonna do some cooking out there. So all that stuff like the rice and the pasta and stuff like that, I'll be able to cook that up, no problem. All right, let's shut that down, let it cool down, and then I'll go ahead and disassemble this. Yeah, I'm going to bring both canisters just so, because that thing puts out some serious heat, so I'll be able to use it for heat inside the tent. Just don't know about if I should be careful about the carbon monoxide, so I don't know, I'll play it by ear. All right, and I'm putting the plug back in. Oh, I see, you're not even supposed to take that off, so this thing here is supposed to screw right on there, so yeah, Sean, get it right. So that screws right on there and creates a seal too. Cool. All right, well, that is gonna work just fine. It's all closed off, and it comes with a striker. I don't know why it's got the start button thing on there, but it comes with that anyway, so that's never a bad thing to have. Keep that in there, and I think it's still warm, so I'll let that cool off before I put it in there. But yeah, so there you go. I didn't know if that was gonna work good, and it does. So thumbs up, all right? And that's a Redcamp burner. If you want, I'm not usually, I don't post, you know, what I have on there unless you request it. So if you want me to put like the links to all this stuff that I have here, you know, I definitely will, but just shoot me a message and I'll take care of that for you. Hey everyone. All right, so I said I would show you the inside of the tent, and here it is. So I have my little light up there, and currently right now I have the little propane stove going, and it's turned on to like its lowest setting right now, and it's really warming this place up, and it actually feels good. I can actually go down to a t-shirt right now. I'm not stupid. I've got both vents open, and I'm not going to leave it on at night when I'm sleeping. I'll be all tucked in the sleeping bag, but it's actually pretty cold right now. It's down, it keeps dropping down, so it's in the 40s now. It's supposed to be 33 overnight out here, so it's going to be cold. So this is going to be breakfast. Chicken flavored fried rice from Knorr, and said to use the whole package with 1 3/4 cups of water, and I don't know how much water I put in there, so I didn't put quite the whole bag, but I'll bring that to a boil, cover it, and we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, that smells so good right now too. So the rice is coming along good. I'm really happy with that little camp stove. That burner is great. I've got it actually all the way down right now. That's the lowest setting, and it's still putting out a lot of heat, so I'm having to keep an eye on the rice and just vent it a little bit so it doesn't boil over. I can't turn it down any more than that, but as you see, it's down its lowest setting there. So anyway, a few more minutes on the rice and I'll be eating breakfast. Alright, so it is currently almost 5:30, and it's dark. The wind seems to be calming down. Still a little bit windy right now, but not like those 40-mile-an-hour gusts that I was getting earlier. And I tell you what, this little Redcamp stove has been great. So, little disclaimer: I am not saying that you should use this in a tent, just because of the carbon monoxide. So I'm not saying that. All right. So I don't want anybody to say, well, if something happens, and they say, well, you know, Sean said that you could use it in a tent. I am not saying that. I'm taking the risk, but it's keeping me warm. So I've got both vents open, and also with this tent, with that outer shell, there's a lot of ventilation, just the way it's made. So, all right. So next thing I would like to go over is this Redcamp stove. I gotta admit, I was a little bit skeptical of it at first, but you've seen me use it over the last 2.5 days, 3 days, and this thing has been phenomenal. So It's got plenty of heat, even with propane, the propane adapter. The only issue I'm finding with it is the knob to adjust the flow. When you're using propane, even if it's turned all the way down, there's still flow, so you have to disconnect the bottle. And I think that might just be because I'm using a propane bottle, there's more pressure. I'm guessing, totally guessing on that, but maybe there's more pressure going through the valve. So that's the only issue, but like I said, all you gotta do is just disconnect the bottle if you don't want to run it. I have been using it indoors, so like I said, disclaimer, I'm not telling anybody that it's safe to use indoors, because there's still the risk of carbon monoxide. And but I've had the vents open, 1 and 2 on the tent, and then also the design of the tent, this outer shell, see how it's open? It goes around. It's actually, if you can see on the corners, you know, all that airflow is going around the outside of the inner tent shell. So that allows for a lot of airflow, but it's still, this tent kept it warm in here. So like I said, disclaimer, I don't want somebody getting hurt, or, you know, God forbid they die from carbon monoxide poisoning using it inside of an enclosed tent. And somebody says, well, you know, Sean said that he used it in the tent and no issues. So I'm not saying that. That's my disclaimer. I don't want to have any issues. Okay, but for me, using it for cooking and also as a tent heater, it's been phenomenal. So I can really say that this is a good buy. So if you're looking for a nice stove for your, you know, a packable stove for that bike packing or backpacking or whatever you might want to do for it, this is a good value for the money. All right, same thing, if you want me to send you a link to it, just hit me up in the messages and I'll definitely do that. Hey everyone, Sean here. I just want to thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.